Hello Internet friends, this is Tim Schrock from Design Build Solutions bringing you today's Tech Tip Tuesday. Remember last week where I changed wall layers and object layers to be future proposed basement I designed an unfinished basement out, really. Designed out an unfinished basement. And so I turned certain walls and objects into a future layer so that they did not appear on my plans. But as I'm going through, you'll notice here also the framing got built in these layers. So what I'm going to do is walk through how I change these to not have framing. And what you have to do is change the wall types. I'm going to go into all offset, and from there I'm going to turn on just the future walls. So I'm going to hit W on my keyboard, walls future, and click OK. Now I have two different wall types. Let's turn on layers as well, so I can see what those are. So I've got the purple walls and the blue walls. I've got two different wall types there. And I've already changed the blue walls so that, let me double click on one of these and go to wall types. And I've copied that interior for new future. Let's select the purple walls, the 2-inch walls. And I'm going to hit Command E on my keyboard. I'm on a Mac, so you'd use Control E on your PC. These are interior for new, and what I'm going to do is define this and copy them and just give that the name interior for new future. And simply, instead of having fir studs as my texture, I'm going to choose the insulation air gap material, so there is no material in between layers of drywall. Click OK. Now, F6 to zoom back in. Now, let's go back to our camera view here. Switch to framing set. And let's turn this off, save that. I'm going to hit Shift F6 so I can see them side by side. And now, while I'm in the plan view, let's double click on my framing, build framing, go to wall, build wall framing, click OK. In plan view, framing wall is not displayed. Do I want to show it in this current view? That's fine. That's fine. And now it is, escape. Now all the wall framing over here is no longer present. It's in this wall, but I don't have that wall layer turned on here, so that did not get affected. Interestingly, you know, how are we going to show this as? Let's go camera view. Let's turn off. Future is off. Okay. Furniture interior can be off. How are we going to change it so we don't see these doors, right? That's going to be also a future item. Okay, so let's go into my all offset, select all. I'm going to make sure there's no display. Doors. I need to turn on walls in order to see my doors. And if I just turn on the future walls, I won't see any of the doors that are going to be used now. So let's go into doors. Let's select those doors. Now, interestingly, I do select the door even though it's in the in a wall layer that's not being displayed right now. That's okay. Command E to open all of those, or Control E on your PC. I'm going to just copy this, modify all layer sets. I'm going to turn it off, and let's give this the name Future. Now I turned these doors off to not be included in the schedule, so it's not showing up in the door schedule, but I don't want to. I want to further control so I don't see it in the camera view either. And then lastly, all I need to do is change my floor finishes. If I don't want to see them, I could go about it a couple different ways. I could go into the camera view and just delete these surfaces. So when I take a rendering, there we go. Now I take a rendering, and that's what will be built, an unfinished basement. I hope this has been helpful for you, going through the layer controls and the wall types controls so that framing does not be built. The other way you could do that, instead of changing your layer types, is just select, let's go into default here. Instead of building all the framing, you could build all the framing, delete all the framing on this layer, or this level, the foundation level, and then you could select just the walls that will be built. This wall next to the foundation and these two walls here, and build those framing individually. But you'd have to build, you wouldn't have to build. The quickest way would be to go into the framing dialog box, build all the wall framing, delete the wall framing from the foundation layer, and then select the individual walls that will actually be framed out. If you've learned something new, or this has tweaked your mind, I'd appreciate the encouragement of a thumbs up. As always, subscribe to the channel and click the little notification bell, and you'll get alerted each time that I upload a video on Tuesday. As always, have a wonderful week.